Welcome back to the Dude Show. I have an amazing guest today, one of my favorite artists to listen to right now on the planet. He is an artist creator. He is one of the most talented people that I know right now in my generation. Please welcome my man Breck on the call right now with me.
Yes, sir.
What goes on?
What do you do, baby?
Man, how's quarantine treating you?
It's going good, man. I'm trying to stay safe, trying to stay healthy, staying in the crib, but, you know, taking it one day at a time, just like you.
Yeah, man. I feel you. You know, this happened, back in March, and it was crazy at first, but that change actually shifted into something positive. Like, you guys have heard me say this before, but I started the show because this pandemic hit, the coronavirus hit. We're living in some dangerous times right now, and as corny and cliche as it's gonna sound like when I say this, but this moment, this time, and this era is like, even talking to you, man, it's like one of the best things that has happened to me, because it shifted my whole perspective on life, basically, and I know a lot of people can relate out there. So thanks for being on the call. I want to start and just say that, man, you are a genius when it comes to music. And in case you guys didn't know, I found this guy through somebody who I connected up with, my friend Ghost. His name is Jacob Rotzi. And shout out to Jacob.
Shout out to young Jacob.
And, I heard like a snippet of and see, here's the thing. I immediately started judging, as we all do sometimes, or basically all the time, but I was like, oh, another EDM artist. This guy shocked me. First of all, I had to listen to the whole song, and then I had to listen to the actual record itself. I didn't even know he had a record out, and I didn't even know who he was. I didn't even think he was like living near me, so I was like, that's crazy. And it's incredible to see somebody who takes his craft seriously. And the reason why I say this is because I didn't grow up with a lot of people who are serious about their craft, especially when it comes to music. And one of the things that stood out to you was your sound and the way you approached music, especially when it comes to music videos. I mean, we're gonna get to that in a sec, but
we'll get into that. Yeah.
But like I said, you're a dancer.
I'm actually, so I work for a dance convention. I DJ for Monsters of Hip Hop. It's not fair to call me a dancer. I stepped in class once or twice, but
I feel like you were still a dancer.
I mean, the thing is, I have rhythm, but bro, those dancers at Monsters are talented, man.
Yeah.
Like, they've been doing it their whole life. That's their craft. So, I can groove with them, but I wouldn't call myself a dancer the same way you call them a dancer.
Hey, I feel the same. I feel the same way when I'm playing, the keys, and I play keys, on every single record that I've done, and I don't even call myself a keyboardist, just like a qualified, like an exceptional keyboardist, but you got a little something. You're better than that. Look, man. Oh, I can't hear you. Oh, he's gonna come back. He's gonna come back. We've been having audio problems, baby. All right.
Some groove in here.
Well, I just want to say, I know you're having audio problems, but I just want to say you are a creator, an artist, and so much more. And back in July of 2020, this year, you released your second studio record, Dark But Vibrant, which is available now on all streaming platforms. What was the significance behind that whole project, man? I just want to know, because listen, y'all can get on me about the music that I love, but this is what makes me so unique, because I love to hear the creative process, especially when, in that period of time of making certain records, because most of the time when you making a record, it only is for a specific era, and you can't ever go back to that era. But he might have a different approach, and I just want to want to know, I just want to ask you, what was the significance behind the whole record, Dark But Vibrant?
Yeah, so for me, Dark but Vibrant kind of became a way I describe myself. And it was a way that I felt like represented this body of work perfectly. Right? It was about taking these struggles, internal struggles, whether it's love, whether it's like my place in society and my career, just really just having a positive flip on something negative at face value. But I mean, I kind of just felt like it described the music too. It was very, in the content, it was kind of dark, right? If you listen to it, I'm kind of explaining all my struggles, but everything has a very positive flip on it. Everything has a very like unique, interesting. I use vibrant because I feel like that was the best way to describe it. You know, it's just kind of a vibe. So it was just, I was actually going to name the album something differently, like a while ago, but as I was kind of going through the process of finishing it, I kind of, that Darker Vibrant just hit and stuck with me. And after a while, I was like, man, that's the name of this record, absolutely.
It really hits home. I don't know why, but it really just puts that twist and be like, hold up, like, let me show y'all something that y'all don't always hear in music. Let me just, like, you might hear this in, you know, this specific genre of music, but let me present something that's so special and so different, and that's my sound, and that's what I feel like Dark But Vibrant especially has meant to me, especially because I'm somebody, like I've told you before we started filming this episode, man, I listen to, you know, the ins and outs and the stuff that, you know, people really don't hear, and
the details.
I love the details. I really love the details more than the actual set, more than the actual beat itself, and everything else that goes into it. However, we know as artists, as individuals,
I love to hear that, yeah.
in music, it's so incredible to actually put together. It can be tough at times, and you know the way some records are just put together, it's so amazingly, but it's so critique, and the placement is so on point, and that's why when you said the thing about playing with you, I was like, man, it's an honor, because I'm like, people like you are actually not just gonna be somewhere, but you're working towards that, and it's gonna come very soon. I'm very, very soon. I'm promising you that.
You already know, man.
And I might not be able to be here to tell you I was there, but I'm telling you, man, I am here to tell you you are the most talented person.
For the people in the back.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm serious. I'm like, yo, the moment this guy blows up, yo, I'm just falling out right now. I'm serious. I don't act like this. Y'all have never seen me act like this on the show, but yo, woo, go get the Dark But Vibrant album. I'm serious. I ain't even putting it up up front. Like, this is the real me. Like, go get the Dark But Vibrant album. But go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
Go get it. Go get it. Yeah, man. But I think just beside Dark But Vibrant being kind of interesting, it kind of makes you curious, and it's interesting to look into more. But for me, the reason that this record is special is because it has so much diversity to it. Like you said, you listened to the first song and you thought, okay, we got, here we go. We back on? We're back on? All right, perfect. And, you know, this record has so much diversity to it. When you first heard it, you thought, okay, we got another EDM artist. And then you hear a different song, and you're like, whoa. And then you hear the third song, and you're like, this is all coming from the same dude? So I definitely meant it to be that way, and I kind of feel like I want most of my albums to have that diversity. I don't want you to be able to predict what's coming next for me. You know, whenever you see my name in a new song, I want you to think, what Breck do we have today? And the thing about me is I'm always discovering that next Breck. I'm always trying to see, like, explore my artistry and see what's next. So that's kind of the way I crafted it, and I love that you picked up the details, because it's all in the details.
Man, I feel like I think somewhat like you, because you know, when I released my first record this year, it was my first time actually releasing my own personal project, because I've worked with so many other artists, more more the people who actually are in the industry, not mainly local people, and I really focus on like perfecting my craft in that department. And when it came to making my record, I was like, you know what, I want to actually do a record that I'm not so used to doing, because if y'all know me, I'm a big gospel fan. I love, you know, Ty Tribbett, you know, Israel Houghton, Fred Hammond, the Clark sisters, Kirk Franklin. I mean, the list goes on and on. Jacqueline Carr.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, everybody knows. Oh, he loves. You know, he loves everything like about gospel music, and I was like, I want to get into an uncomfortable place. I want to take everything I have, and I want to get into an uncomfortable place in music. And that's why I started doing the EDM album, My Journal. And now, and that took 5 years. That was 5 years in the making. I didn't even expect it to be a whole 16-track record. But, you know, it was intended to be that way. And now I'm set to work right now in the middle. It's so funny. You know, I was in the middle of working on the My Journal record. I started working on the next record while I was still working on the current record, because I was like, I got my revelation while I was working on the My Journal record to now to actually produce, mix, do everything I can for this second record called My Sessions, that Lord knows when it's going to release. However, I know it's going to be an incredible album, and
it'd be like that, man. You gotta go with the flow when it comes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's amazing.
When it comes, it's real, and when it's gone, you know it's not there anymore. So
oh yeah, for
you gotta
sure.
go with it when it's there.
Yeah, and I'm just somebody who is like, you know what? When I'm ready to actually record, I'll record. I think a lot of artists that I work with, most of them, they always have a time limit, and you know they're a part of a record label that pushes them. You have this contract and stuff, and
I get a schedule.
That. Yeah. And I'm somebody who doesn't do that. I might change my mind in the future. However, I don't see that. I don't see that future for me, you know, having a due date on a lot of stuff. I just want to release when I want to release. That's why now, and I've had labels come to me, big and small. I don't want them, because what they were offering me, it wasn't good. And if I didn't know the music business, if I still wasn't learning what the industry really is, I don't think I would be. I'm not saying I'm, you know, I mean, I'm wise, but I'm still learning. But I don't think I would have been thinking the way I'm thinking, having the mentality that I have, and actually connect up with people who have their head on straight when it comes to diving into presenting stuff to a bunch of executives, because that's important, because, you know, first impressions will tell you a whole lot about a person and how they approach music.
Absolutely, yeah, man. I think the blurred line is kind of, you know, letting the music naturally come when you're inspired, and then having a schedule where you have due dates and you have to push things. You know, like, it's tough to balance those things and to still have quality music that you're satisfied with. That's the blurred line when it comes to, you know, just doing it for fun and then doing it as a career, where whether you're label backed or independent, you still have a schedule for things. You still want to keep a lot of things coming. So at least for me, that's been, I don't know if I'd call it the struggle, but probably it's just been a challenge, you know, to push myself to make as much music as I possibly can, but to also let it come naturally, to not force it, you know?
Yeah.
For me, that's been kind of a challenge, to find that perfect balance.
Yeah. I agree with what you said so much, and I learn from people who been in this game for a while. However, I learn from people like you, honestly, and I'm not even saying this because I'm on camera. I'm not even saying this because I'm on camera. I'm saying this because it's real. And even before, like, I got in contact with you, I'm somebody, and please, y'all, I know everybody gonna think I'm weird, but when I like an artist, I really do my research. I really go down and be like, okay, I want to see what this guy really does, because I see something different. And the concerts you put on, I know I've seen one on YouTube, but I know there's probably
Word.
been more, and I'm telling you, people been reposting stuff from you and your music, and I've seen those. I've seen that progression. I've seen how tough it is just to find that special sauce when you're, you know, writing lyrics, when you're composing stuff, when, you know, for me, I'm somebody who wants to be in a studio all day and just let it be me. It don't even have to be me and probably somebody else, but I like to have that alone time because that's when I know that um, the thoughts will really come when, of course, when I'm alone, because I'm an independent person. I'm somebody who wants to live independent, grow independent. I want to be an independent person for the rest of my life. That's like everything I do is independent. I don't have any like attachments, nothing attached, nothing, you know, nothing connected to me. It's just me. I everything that I do is from me. I'm mixed. I didn't ask anybody for anything. And I'm not trying to brag or anything. It sounds like that, but I'm somebody who really wants to be different, and it's great to work with people. However, when you release your own project, it's a whole different story. So, as a musician, as an artist, as a talk show host, as a record executive, everything I do comes from me. Nobody else. I put hands down. Like, it will, maybe, I probably will have people who work for me, but I know what the deal is when it comes to people like that. I have my reasons. So it's a personal thing. And, you know, you have to do what's right for you, especially when it comes to, of course, being in the entertainment industry, because it's our job. It's our job to entertain people and entertain people in the best way possible. But it's also our job to make sure that the music that we present is so incredible and so so beautiful and so it's like so tasty. I don't want it to be bitter. I need some flavor to it, but you know, so funny, Breck, I've been hearing the same kind of flavor for the past 5, 10, 15 years, and I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of hearing artists come out and try to copy off somebody else. I'm like, where's your sound? Where's you? Why don't you be brave and be you? Like, come on. Because it's right there. The talent's right there. You just gotta show out.
Yeah, man. I wanted to talk on your earlier point of working by yourself, because I was going to say I'm the same exact way. I mean, you're talking to the guy who is doing his own recording, doing my own mixing. When I do my own process, it's pretty much always by myself, unless there's another collaborator or musician working in there. But yeah, I mean, I think that's important. It's definitely important to develop your team, right? Because as much as I've done, you know, I'm 5 or 6 years in at this point, I realize I can't do everything myself. And some of the dopest things that have come from me have come from a team that have people specializing in what they do in their corner. But yeah, man, I'm the same way in the sense that, like, I feel the most comfortable when I'm by myself in my studio. I don't have distractions, and I get to just really zone in. That's when I'm at my best.
I just want to be in. That's the same thing for me. I always imagine myself in this big studio with a big old soundboard, big old mixer, with a bunch of speakers and some wood floors, wood ceilings, and me just with a notepad or a journal and a pen or a pencil, just sitting there thinking about when it's going to be the next greatest record I'm going to produce. When's the next hit I'm going to produce? When's the next thing I'm going to write? And I just sit there and I formulate and I play, and I just listen to records and records and records, whether it's from hip-hop or R&B, whether it's from Beyonce or DJ Khaled. It's just, or Israel Houghton and the Clark Sisters, or Kirk Franklin and John Legend. It's just record after record after record I listen to, and I'm like, yes, get inspired from that. And then after that, while you're getting inspired, if you hear something, this is for me. This is how music works for me most of the time. Not most of the time, but some of the time. When I hear something, because I'm always expecting the unexpected to happen. Every song that I've written up until now has always been unexpected. It's always come at an unexpected time. That's why I always have voice memos on me. Just like, pull out that iPhone, hum that melody. Like, let me just give y'all a preview. I was just like, I was in the car. I was like,
the voice memo, you gotta have it.
I don't know how I'm gonna make that. I don't know words. It might even be from the live drums. It might. I don't know. And I don't know. I didn't put it in any key. I just was like, just go. Just make it sound good. Just get it out of your system. Because you.
Yeah, I gotta use the voice memos, bro. I'll write a song and I'll go back to like go through it in my head the next day, and like I'll just lose the melody completely.
Yeah.
So if I don't voice memo it, I you know what I'm saying, I could definitely lose it. That's happened once or twice.
And I'm somebody who gets upset. Like I cry. I'm a crybaby. I'll cry over something. I'm like, oh, that's such so good. And like,
if it's the perfect one, you know.
Yeah, it's like, yo, write that down right now. Like, it's so critical and so. It's so critical. It's really critical. It's like a priority that I always have for myself, because it's like, if I don't, then I'm playing myself. Especially as an artist, especially as a musician, especially as somebody who wants to do this forever, for life. You can't do that. You have to be ready to expect the unexpected, and that's just real talk right there.
Yeah, man. I was. You said you're 17, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about 17 when I kind of decided I want to do this for real. And once I decided that, I never looked back. But I was probably 18 when I released my first song. But yeah, man, about your age. So, you know, if you love it, you'll keep doing it.
For sure. I think as, you know, the more I experience with these genres, because I'm so diverse, I'm very diverse. I don't tell people what genre of music, of course, that I'm going to be producing next, even though I've already said it before. The next one is a hip-hop and R&B album. The last one was an EDM. Next one is the My Sessions record is a hip-hop and R&B. And the third one, I'm not going to even say, is something special. So it's an incredible process, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity that I get to actually have what I have, especially because I do make investments, and this is boring stuff, but y'all know what I mean. When you really into your craft, you really got to invest time, invest everything you got, even when you're all alone, because I'm so used to be independent, and I'm so used to like not always getting a push from people always. So I'm like, I'm going to push myself, because I know it's going to be my downfall if I don't get this record out. It's going to be my downfall if I don't start networking. If it's going to be my downfall if I don't get on these drums and just start having sessions after sessions after sessions. That's my free time. That's why everybody says I'm working all the time, or I'm always doing something. And, you know, oh, you added the THEADUSHOW? No! The reason why I added the THEADUSHOW is because this is what I do, bro. And, like, I'm trying to make other people feel good. I'm not just trying to make myself feel good, because I can quit everything and do something else. But I'm here to actually help other people while I work and while I take care of myself, and build on that foundation and establish the foundation I want and build up to where I want to be. And that skill too, I'm going to do what's right for me. So,
yes, Lord.
That's me in a nutshell, everybody. But, yo, my time is almost up. Actually, it is up, but thanks for being on the show again. We have a clip from your latest music video, Wishing Well. Let's take a look at this.
Running me dry, I don't need nothing. I really try to seem tough, I don't need love, I'm a Nina. Ay. I'm above it all, yes, under me now. So many voices in my head, I tell them all to be quiet, you never seen how I get no promises, there's no progress. You left a scar where my heart is, you left me off where I started. You took a shot at me, I'm no target, leave it all behind regardless, baby. I bought it all with no bargain, the worst part is that we still parted. That was my favorite, I'm running out of time, might not make it. Gave you everything, I ain't seen no changes. Now I'm making a statement, where did all my money go? I don't think I'll ever know. Wishing well, oh wishing well, you never grant my wish. Yeah, I know there's gotta be way more to life than this. Made me feel incredible. Wish I didn't let it go. Wishing well, oh wishing well, you never grant my wish. You can't tell me shit, oh no, no, you can't tell me shit, no.
Dark But Vibrant is available now wherever music is sold, so go get that record. An incredible record. I encourage you to listen to the record and that music video. Wishing well, check out that music video right now on youtube.com.
Right now, check it out, check it out.
And with that being said, that's all the time that I have for today. If you would like to view clips from today's show, just head on over to A Dude's YouTube channel for more exclusive content. That's me. Also, if you want to stream full episodes, head on over to castbox.fm or anchor.fm. Both are available for download on the Google Play Store and App Store. And finally, make sure to tune in to The Dude Show. That's my show. Only on youtube.com. Stay cool, live life. We both out of here tonight.